got both ready, so let's go ahead and get this counted down for Division 1B action between Coal Bucket and Pkric. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And what the heck just happened with his camera? Peek. Seriously, this is not where you were sitting a minute ago. All right. Starting on the left, we have a roller out of the United States. He's got himself an NTSC PB of 5,452,000. Welcome in, Cole. And on the right, he is your voice of the CTL playoffs. And a roller out of the United States with a PB of 1,600,000. Welcome in, Peekayric. Cole working off of a row. Well, row 1, but column 8. Had an opportunity for a well transfer there, but no bar shows up. In fact, there's just no bar, period. Finally, we'll get a bar, and we'll move the well over to the left side. Well, maybe not. Just takes what the game gives him. Gets the well back over to the right. Peak's getting up pretty high here. I do not like this. Peak is still very high up on the board. Oh my god. Okay, piece goes left. And he's getting this down. All right, there we go. One more burn. Right side is open. So that little adventure has allowed Cole to take a 76,000 point lead. The Peak has got this all the way back down to the bottom. Tetris for Cole. Pair of Tetrises for Peak there. Cole will answer back, but that square's got nowhere to go. So he's going to be looking for some very specific tucks and is not going to get them before he has to ruin his board. But check out how quickly he gets it cleaned up. Oh, and then the Nest comes and says, "Hi. I don't belong here, but you have to place me anyway." And that's allowed Peak to take a real-time lead, 266 to 259, but Cole has 8 lines to work with and lose 4 of them for Tetris there. Another Tetris for Peak. There's the Tetris for Cole. Cole having a transition potentially to a, well, I said potentially to a column 7, but the pieces aren't allowing it. Now he'll get set up with the kind of a reverse 5 and below there. But it's time for another drought. Oh, had to cover the well as the bar showed up. He's just going to transition this over to a dirty left well. Peak is still scoring in the right well. Now, this is actually a close game. 387 for Peak, 385 for Cole. And in fact, we're tied at 110 lines, 387, 220. Bang Tetris for Cole. Peek also had one in there. He'll get another one as Cole has to do a little bit of cleanup. Perfect L for Cole to clean that up. Cole will get the triple and get that well back over to the right before transition. 16,000 point lead for Peek. Very close to start off game number one. $485 for Peek into level 19. $469 hey now for Cole. Peek having to do some burns, but the bar does show up. And Cole will follow suit with the Tetris. I think Cole has regained the pace lead here. He'll get a Tetris to go to 546, but it is a very small lead, if a lead at all. Both players waiting on a bar. Good adjustment. The pullback there from Cole was so quick. It's going to take the burn, but then saw the bar. Meanwhile, Peek with a double well. Going to have to take a burn to resolve that. This set up Tetris for Cole. Peek has the lead here on level 23. Where is the bar? There's no bar. Gonna have to burn in 716. Cole will burn in at 698. This board is getting high. Ooh, that was bad bar timing, but we'll get one. Oh, he's going to take it from above before going for the Tetris. I was just not getting the right pieces to fully resolve it yet. And, oh, this is starting to get a little spicy for Peek. Cole is taking a lead here. 2 Tetrises are on level 26. Peek just cannot get the right pieces to get out of this. This is going to be a long burn. Finally gets that left resolved. And will get the right side open. Bang Tetris. Cole having to do some burns here, so perhaps an opening for Peek. No, Cole just gets things fixed up just like that. He's got 919 into 28. It's 824 for Peekayric. We're about to hit level 29. Tetris for Peek. He's got one more in the bag. And we'll get it. 895. Cole just needs one more. Oh, that board is out of control for Peek. Just playing flat at the moment. Cole about to max out with the next burn. There it is. Peek gets that board down. Nice digging there. He has the right side open, but not built up for a Tetris, so it's gonna just try to keep them. Oh, Cole is in trouble. He's done at 1,008,000. Peek, you're in a chase down. You need a 09. Very tense dig here. Oh no, that's gonna probably do it. Yeah, that's it. Cole's gonna take game number one. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. These two players have met 4 times for ELO previously. And it was in that first meeting that Peekayric got a win. back in CT Gauntlet. But it's been all Cole since. He is currently 3-1 over Peak. And right now, Cole Bucket says, no ties here. I'm going to take 2 pushdown points. So far, those 2 points are the difference. Long bar dependency for Peak, but gets the bar 2 pieces later. And thus far, a strong start for both players. He can go for the delayed burns here. Just trying to play safe. Has a bar dependency, though. That's not necessarily safe. But it does turn into a dirty Tetris well. The problem is there's no bar. And there hasn't been one for 30 pieces. Cole just taking some great burns over there, but there's a dirty Tetris for Peak. Cole got a normal Tetris in that. Peak set up again. And again, the bar refuses to show up on command. But now it finally shows. 217 for Cole, 177 for Peak. And Peak can do nothing but burn that down. And we'll get the well back over to the right. So the damage is done. Almost 2.5 Tetrises for Cole Bucket. Both boards are, well, hold on. Cole getting to a little bit of a spot here. Is not getting the J for the left, or a long bar would have helped too. Now it's long bar dependent with the dirty Tetris well set up very high up on the board. That J is not friendly. He needs a bar. And he doesn't get it. He's going to be done. But Peak is in trouble, too. Peak, you're in a chase down. You need 247. And Peak is going to dig out of this. A Tetris and change. Ooh, it's going to cover the well as the bar shows up. That just kind of happened out of nowhere. 31-piece drought. And that's it. Peak's going to take the win. It's 1-1. That's in store for us in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Shoutouts to Brodendam. Nice spin tuck there for Cole. Cole has an opening Tetris, and so far, Peak has nothing. Okay, there's 2 lines. And he'll get the bar for the Tetris. Peak set up again, and Peak's gonna cash in Tetris. And speaking of cashing in, have you heard about our Matcherino prize pool, currently standing at $106.94? I tried to make Peak proud with that one. Enter exclamation point Matcherino in chat. Go get some of those contribution codes. There are still 17 of them sitting out there. Why there's 17 left, I don't know. Those things are so easy to claim. And then if you want to make that prize pool go up, you can donate as well. Contribute to the prize pool. Get our top 4 players paid, and possibly top 8 if we can get to, what is it, 2,000? And we got a coupon code redeemed there. Which brings us up to $107.19. Thank you, Georgie_Lanas. For 2 contribution codes. Bring us up to $107.44. Peak with the lead here early on, 229 to 189. Not willing to set up the Vits. Doesn't want the golf clap. He is going to get the bar over. Get another Tetris. Long bar dependency for Cole and a very poorly timed pair of S's there. And a drought too, so this is looking a little nasty for Cole right now. Hey, Kingsman with the $50! A direct contribution into the prize pool. He says, start adding that cash and pay these players. $157.44, our current prize pool. Get that money in here, or I'm going to bring Kingsman in to do a promo. Tetris for Cole, he's got the lead, but he's also ahead by 9 lines, and that's a dirty Tetris for Peak. So give it a Tetris and a half in favor of Pkric. Tyler asking, why does every Kingsman account have a different profile picture? Those aren't Kingsman accounts. Those are clearly Georgie Lanes. It's not Kingsman. Don't worry. Pace lead remains at about a Tetris and a half in favor of Peak. As he gets that left side beautifully filled out and then gets back-to-back bars for back-to-back jacks. 454 at the turn. Cole at 439. No relation whatsoever. See? Kingsman has no idea who that is. Imagine not submitting a premiere poll. Go back to game 2 of the first match. And you'll hear me remembering. Don't worry, I'm doing it after this. In my defense, Pumpy, let's just say I spent Friday doing something that was very upsetting and not fun, and I'm still kind of affected by it. But doing what I can. Tetris has been a good distraction these last 2 days, so I'll get that premiere poll for you tonight. You forgot to watch Tetris this entire month. Level 19 for Coley's at 581, but we could have a 600 for Peak, and we will. 619. Buika Buika. Ultimate underdog. Trying not to be an underdog against Cole. Bangs down a Tetris there. But both players' boards looking very good. Oh, bit of a misflip there for Cole. Tried to get a tuck going with that L, but ended up hanging it. And there's a nice column 9 Tetris for Cole. He's got that board all the way down. The pace lead currently stands at 2 Tetrises in favor of Peekayric. This attempt at a Vitz is not going to go well for Cole. He's just going to burn it down. Now, This is Peak's opportunity to really take a strong lead here. Already it's at 93,000 points, and he's got 5 lines in hand. Now 6. He'll get a Tetris with them. Nice safe play there for Peak. Goal 724, halfway through level 19 speeds. Oh, Peak hanging the T there. He gets a bar over for the Tetris. And he'll be able to address that sudden hang. That bar didn't show up. That was game over. And now it's Cole's turn to perhaps get himself back into this. Nice flat burn for Peak. Peak is getting this down fast. Level 26. 896 for Peak. 886 for Cole. But Cole is on 27 already. So, despite that dig, Peekayric maintains the lead, but it is a lot smaller than it was. And he's going to have to just clean this up. Cole Bucket could take the pace lead here. Nice moves from Peak there. Gets the column 9 ready to go. There's the bar. There's the Tetris. Max out for Cole. He's got 1 Tetris remaining before level 29. Peak has 2. Tetris 1,069,000 for Cole into level 29. And 1,054,000 for Peak. Neither player going in clean, but Peak's board looking a lot better. Just kind of feeling out the board. Tetris for Cole. Cole with a Tetris and a half lead. Peak refusing to set up there, just trying to stay safe. It's that triple in column 9. 1,181,000 for Cole. 1,093,000 for Peak. Oh, and Peak in trouble. Needs a piece left, and the bar will not go. Cole is up 2-1. Just taking the win. Can Peak come back? We'll find out. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This is early in the season for both players. In fact, Peak hasn't even played a game yet until today. But Cole did play Winter. Winter got that one 3-1. We got some push down going on here from Peak here. Looks like he's playing a little bit of DAS here in game 4. Take his first burn of the game there, as will Cole. Cole hanging a T up top, but not in a dangerous spot. Gets that taken care of very quickly. There's no bar. In fact, we're looking at a near 30-piece drought. Well, it's over 30 now. And it is over 40. Where is this bar? Finally, it shows up. 41 pieces. Both players will get a Tetris with it. Of course, with Peak switching to DAS, that could have been a very dangerous situation, but he played it just as good as Cole did. This is the most number of pushdown points I've seen at a Division 1 match in longer than I can remember. Not just a game, an entire match. Like, he is pushing down a lot here. And he's got a 60,000 point lead as well. Hangs down another Tetris as Cole has some cleanup to do. So, Peek also going to run into an issue. Nice burns, though. And given that was in the middle of a drought, he didn't really lose anything. He's going to get a Tetris to go to 317 at the half. Cole is at 216. So far, this DAS is really working out for Peek. 5 Tetris lead. Gonna have to relinquish some of it here. Let's get the bar over for the Tetris. Cole does catch up by 1 Tetris, 99,000 points. A big old double well for Cole Bucket. Lots of room to burn. And he's going to need to, because he got another drought. But he does get the Tetris. Trying to keep up with Peek's pace here. I think we just saw a grip shift switch from Peek. Yeah, definitely rolling again. So Peek give himself a little bit of a hand rest and give himself a little bit of a lead too. 119,000 points at the turn. He'll get another Tetris. Cole will answer back. Aki bar for Peek, the Tetris for Cole. And there's the Tetris for Peek. One more Tetris for Peek before transition. Cole can get 2 if he doesn't burn. And Peek is just going to burn a couple lines here. Can snake a J in there if he finds one, but no J shows up. He'll transition at 564. And Cole will go in at 487. Bit of a rocky start to 19 for Peek, but it's working on getting this fixed up. Tetris for Cole. And Peek's got the right side open. Will bang down a Tetris. Gonna maintain about a Tetris lead. Closer to a Tetris and a half. It's all those push down points. Ooh, interesting spins there for Cole. Makes it work. It's a Tetris. It's clean again, and another Tetris. Peek, meanwhile, and clean, has an L dependency, but gets the L. And we'll get a bar for the Tetris. 711 for Peek, 671 for Cole. That's 40,000 points. It's closer to 15,000 in pace. So Cole has made up a lot of ground here. The Peek appears to be in the zone, as Cole's got to do some burning. Peek looking to force a game 5. He's currently up 831 to 790. Bar over for the Tetris. Cole waiting on a bar. Takes the skim and then bangs down a Tetris. liking that square, just throws it over to the right and burns it away. Tetris for Cole. The lead is about 14,000 in pace. And you can see it on the board now, 14,068. S-flat moment for Pete. Both players have maxed out here on level 27. And Cole has taken the lead, 1,057,000. Peek at 1,049,000 and is 4 lines ahead. Level 29 is right around the corner. Cole will go in at 1,129,000. Peek will burn in at 1,085,000, follows it up with the Tetris. And another one, he's got the lead back. And another Tetris. 3 Tetrises on 29 for Peek. The lead is at 14,000. Cole's board is not unworkable, but it certainly isn't a place he can score. Oh, but Peek getting in trouble here. This board getting high. Double flips the T. And Cole just squeaks ahead. He'll take the set 3-1. He is going to play this one out. Cole will get his first win of the season. $1,288,000 for Cole halfway through the 29 speeds. Rip double flips. I know the feeling. Last week I have done many a double flip. 1.4 for Cole here, level 36. Oh, that burn was beautiful. And set up for the column 7, bangs down a Tetris. And another one, looking for a potential rollover here. Oh my goodness. And Cole will roll it over. A little bit of level 39 to boot, 1,635,000. He is your winner. 3-1 over Peek. GG's. That brings us down to one final match for the night. It's your reigning CTL champ. And on the right, rolling on to the United Kingdom with an NTSC PB of 1,666,000. It is Phlox. And as I alluded to in the opening, these two have just recently played. But not in an ELO match. It was in Classic Tetris Wars in a team clash. That match went 9 games. And by score, by number of games won, Kirby won 5-4. Give you an idea how close they played in that best of 9. These two have only played one other time, and that was in Division 3. And Phlox was the victor in that one. Both these players looking for their opening win in the season. One of them will come away with it today. Kirby has been in 2 matches and has had 2 deciders. But no wins yet. Phlox has been in 3 matches and has experienced all 3 types of losses: 3-0, 3-1, 3-2. What she does not want to experience here is an early top out. Gets the right side open, we'll bang down the Tetris. She'll get this triple, and then we'll be set up for a slightly dusty Tetris. Kirby does have the lead, 225 to 169 here in the early going. Early shift there for Violet. It's gonna cause some pain and suffering, for a little bit anyway. $318 add a Tetris to go to $341 for Kirby. $209 for Violet, who's currently backed by almost 6 Tetrises. And a couple of the games that Kirby had won in the Wars event were large wins. There was one game he managed a $500,000 lead at one point. Of course, Phlox also putting in some big games as well. Seems to have recovered pretty nicely here. She's got another Tetris. Kirby's going to go to 479 at the 100-line turn. Phlox a line away from that is at 348. Nice spin there for Kirby. As it'll be long until we get our first taste of level 19 play. Another Tetris for both players. Another spin there for Kirby. As level 19 is coming up, Kirby threatening a low 600 transition. We'll get a Tetris there. That will guarantee the 600 transition. Should he make it that far? Which he does. He'll go in at 621. Tetris for Violet, 486. Oh, misses an L to the left. That could be trouble right before 19, but does get a bar over, and that should be okay. 513 is her transition score. Back by 5 Tetrises. Here we go, level 19. Nice burn there with the J for Kirby, but bit of a drought here as we open level 19 play. I'm sorry, did I say bit of a drought? Wow, Tetris for Kirby. And the 37-piece drought will come to an end for Violet. She'll bang down a Tetris. Tetris for Kirby. 711. 555 for Violet. Nice T-spin there. Another Tetris for Kirby. He's got an overhang to work with on the left side. I couldn't tell if that was an intentional overhang or not. When he doesn't get the piece to resolve the right, so he's going to be digging for a little bit. Violet is clean. He's going to get a Tetris there. And Kirby will get this down. Another Tetris for Violet. If she gets another one here, she'll bring it within 3. And there you have it. 805 for Kirby, 723 for Violet. Halfway through the level 19 speeds. Phlox fighting back from an early deficit. And Kirby getting to another dig. Tetris for Violet. Kirby's got the right opened up, but it closes right back down. And Violet has an opportunity to perhaps take a lead here, but she's back by only 28,000 points. 915 for Kirby, 881 for Violet. Kirby setting up for the dirty Tetris. Row 3. Missed 5-tap for Violet there. It's pretty low on the board. I imagine, yep, indeed, the next bar does go over, but that comeback is on hold for a moment as she has some cleanup to do. As we're approaching level 29. There's the max out for Kirby. Violet can still have the max out before 29. She'll bang down a Tetris there. Kirby will go in at 1,051,000. Violet will go in at 1,012,000. So here we go, level 29 in game 1. So far tonight, we have not failed to hit level 29. Violet needs a bar here. Ooh,